Hey guys, it's Beth, and welcome to some more Team Fortress 2. Now today, what I wanted to show off is some of my favorite weapons, or potentially just this one in particular. We'll see if I stick with it all the way through. I am a huge fan of the Shortstop. Now, a lot of people would say that this is Scout's worst Scattergun. However, I vehemently disagree, if that's the correct way to pronounce that word. It probably isn't. Um, the, the Shortstop, what it does is that it has 4 bullets in the clip instead of 6, which, is actually decent for a Scattergun side grade, because no Scattergun side grade has the same amount of bullets as the others. Ah, that's neat. People love doing that. And the cool thing about this gun is it has a way more consistent spread pattern, which makes it better at longer ranges. That is like its main appeal, is to be a mid-range scattergun alternative. So instead of doing like 3 chip damage across the field, you'll get like 30 chip damage. Ow. Ooh, okay. That's a problem. That's not something we can easily fix. Also, I believe that is a statue in memory of the voice actor for Soldier, if I recall correctly. But what the Shortstop is really good at, okay, the main thing people dislike is the shove, because it does 1 damage and doesn't actually function well as a shove. The thing with the Shortstop is that as a tool that is somewhere between a traditional scattergun and the pistol, it opens up a lot of opportunities for your secondary. Ow. Oh. Detto. It opens up a lot of options with your secondary, because you don't need to rely on your pistol for mid-range damage. You can just use your scattergun. And the fun thing is, one thing that's super nice about the Shortstop is the fact that it reloads its entire clip at once, which is super freaking good. It makes it so that reloading takes significantly less time, which is very, very good. It's not as big of a deal as it would be on like a rocket launcher or something like that, but the ability to reload faster is always nice. But once again, because it's a weapon that fulfills the niche of mid-range damage, you have to use it slightly different than the traditional scattergun, which is okay, it's just, different. But it opens up the ability to use more items in the secondary slot. In fact, the Shortstop is in a bundle with the Mad Milk, which makes sense, as the Mad Milk is probably the second best support tool on a non-medic class. The only other better one is probably Girardi, because Girardi is basically a get-out-of-jail-free card for the sniper, and Mad Milk is, unironically, a really good team support tool. Let's see. Yeah, Rick May. Rest in peace, my man. But yeah, because of that, you can run things like the Cleaver, any of the sodas, Mad Milk, and it's honestly a better option than just running a pistol. Running a pistol is sort of unnecessary with it. Like that is the entire idea behind it, is that it is a gameplay changing one. I need to run. Okay, the medic does. Okay, I was going to pick that up, but apparently the medic doesn't want me to. Ow. Yeah, just because of the accuracy, honestly, I much prefer using the shortstop. I'm going to now use the bonk, I think, because it's going to be a good way to get through this sentry. Try this. Sneak on by. I got pelted into the air. To be fair, it did let me get behind. But I think one of my favorite pairings is, you know, I love the Cleaver with this, but it's sort of unnecessary when you have the Wrap Assassin for your long-range bleed damage. What I love is the Criticola, because it makes it into a genuine, amazing long-range weapon. Because you are no longer victim to damage fall-off. It is so good. I'm dead from that afterburn. Hell yeah, trans rights. So yeah, the shortstop is very interesting because it is so much different than any of the other scatterguns, and it really changes the way that you play. It's not like, you know, there's a lot of other more different there's a lot of other and different like unlocks where basically none of them like truly change how the game is played. Like, for instance, look at all of the miniguns on Heavy. That barely changes anything for, oh, Jesus. The real only difference between Heavy miniguns is the Brass Beast, which makes you slower but more attacky, and the Tomislav, which makes you faster and theoretically less attacky, but actually because you can pull it out easier, it actually does a better job in a lot of cases. But it really is just dependent on, you know, vibes on which heavy minigun you like using. They stayed up for a long time. Okay. There are some weapons that truly change how the game is played. Like, for instance, the loose cannon completely changes demo. All the swords completely change demo. Yep, there's Teto. The gunslinger changes how you play engineer. And even the flog changes a decent amount of pyro. But I think this, as a scout primary, changes the most. Because you aren't just, like, blasting people with, like like, jumping around people like a mosquito and blasting them whenever you can. You are outright doing everything in your power to stay alive and pepper shots. I've heard people call it a pepper gun instead of a scattergun, which honestly, I know that's like, it was meant to be like a demeaning thing towards the weapon, but I think that's honestly a decent way to put it. I think that peppering the thing with shots is a much better, like, it's a good way of describing it, like, just outright. Jesus, I was behind a wall and those rockets still hit me. What I might do now... Okay, so I've shown off, like, the critical it does really good. Technically I haven't shown off the Mad Milk yet, so let's go for the milk. Or, as the game calls it, the non-milk substance. Which means it's probably more similar to, like, a Girardi. If you know what that means, then there you go. Oh, well. Wait, did they reflect the Mad Milk back at me? Is that what happened? That's kind of funny. Oh wait, no, can I have that glitch back where my gun was putting out the Mad Milk effect? Aw. But yeah, the Shortstop actually comes in a, I believe it's called the Special Delivery Set. With the Mad Milk and the Holy Mackerel. Holy Mackerel, of course, is not very good. It is just it's a reskin of stock, the stock bat, which is not good because, you know, the stock bat is the weakest of all of the stock melees. But it does have the ability to detect dead ringing spies, so that's something. And to be fair, Scout really only uses their melee as, like, just, like, a thing, like a support tool more than anything, so it doesn't really matter. Like, if you don't end up using your melee at all as Scout, it's not uncommon. What did I get hit by? Splash damage? Oh, shit. I got splashed through a... Oh, hi. Sir, you are playing fucking engineer. You cannot... you do not have the ability to, like, judge how I, as a scout, am doing against you. Because here's the fun thing about, playing, scout against engineer. You lose. Instantly. Like, that's just what you do. Like, there is no way for Scout to really deal with sentries other than, like, bonk and hope someone else goes for it. Like, even mini sentries are... I couldn't shove. I wanted to shove him away. That's a shame. Barn Blitz last is not exactly the best, and that's okay. You really do have to just hope and pray for luck here, but at the same time, that is kind of just... Engineers tend to do that. Yeah, that is not a spy then, even though I genuinely did think they were. Jesus. Okay, that I was not aware of the direction projectiles typically go there. Okay, I didn't get any points for that. It's just so unfortunate. Like, you can see the way that you're going to die. Oh my god. Yeah, it's very difficult to get into this last building. If we want, we can be stupid and just bonk in. I'm gonna be stupid and bonk in. I might as well teleport her. Oh. Frickin' blur over here. I got stapled to the ceiling and couldn't move.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
No, this is straight up how you are supposed to handle sentries as Scout. You bonk, run in, take all of the fire onto yourself. That is all you can do.
Ends in 30 seconds.
I'm jumping in. Let's get it. Honestly, not as bad as I was expecting it to go. Okay, they can go. We are so close, actually. Yay! We did it. How much of that was due to bonk there at the end? I don't know. I do not know. You know what? I think it's time for the next episode, and I think it's time to show off our next weapon that I enjoy.